Hey, what's up, family? It is Saturday, April 15th, 2017. I have made it halfway through the SSSVEDA Vlogging Every Day in April Challenge. And today's topic is, what did you learn about making video? Now, I will say this, in the last 15 days and having to make a video every single day, I will say this, I've learned a lot of things. So the first thing I've learned that it is very time consuming. I definitely want to shout out Amy Schmidt-Tower for all the videos you put out on how to plan your day and how to be efficient and how to not get burnt out. So I've definitely been watching a lot of those videos. But I've learned that shooting video and making vlogs can be very time consuming. Now I get it, the simpler the better, and that's one thing that I've also learned. But even in the simplest videos, sometimes you can get on the first take, sometimes you gotta go over and over and over again. And for you watching and it makes videos, you know what I'm talking about. And so then you have filming the video. And then after you film the video, you gotta take that video from your camera and put it onto your computer or your smartphone, whatever you're editing on. And that process takes quite a while. And then from there, after it's on your computer or your smartphone, then you gotta edit it. And then after editing, then you have to create the movie or the file, and then you upload to YouTube. So there's just 5 steps right there that really take a lot of time. And then of course you want to have that visual art, so you want to create a custom thumbnail and trying to be creative with that. So there's definitely a lot of time put into making those videos. So for all of you YouTubers out there, or just people that do videos in general, much props and love to you guys, because man, that is, it has really taken me some time. And of course, I'm new to all this, so like people say, it's the better you, or the more you do it, the better you get at it, and I can see that. But still, it does take a lot of time, especially when you're trying to put out good content. Another thing I've learned in the last 15 days is how to actually talk into the camera and look into the camera. I do have one of those, I have a Canon G7X, so with the flip screen, so a lot of the times I catch myself looking at the screen. Like right now I'm looking at the screen, but I'm not actually looking at you. So one thing I've been learning how to do really well in the last 15 days is really look into the camera versus looking at the screen, which kind of makes sense because before this I did a lot of my videos on an iPhone. So when I'm on my iPhone, of course you're looking up at the screen, and so that's kind of was my habit. But now I'm actually doing a lot better. Still, there's times where I'm looking up, but I'm doing a lot better actually looking at you or at the viewfinder. So another thing I learned about making video is that it's really fun. It is really fun actually seeing these recordings and seeing the outtakes and seeing the goofy mess ups, and and just really seeing how much effort we put into it, and the silliness and sometimes the frustration and all that good stuff. For me, just makes more memories. So I'm all about making memories. So that's something that I've also learned. Now in terms of content, content I've learned is super important, and it's even more important than the fancy editing or even the quality of the video itself. I've been learning through a lot of YouTubers I've been watching is that, just really focus on the content. Focus on the message that you want to share for that day. Imagine that the camera is that one person that you want to reach. And so I've learned that, through this process, I really do want to talk to the camera like I'm talking to you as you're watching this. So you feel like I'm actually just talking to you and you only. And so that's something that I'm really learning how to do. I facilitate in schools and in big groups, and I try to do the same thing with that. Every time I share a message, or before I go out and do a talk, I really want to just imagine that one youth or that one young adult or even that one parent or teacher that's out there that really needs that message. So that's something that I'm trying to learn how to do by myself. So it's definitely not a challenge. Well, it's a challenge, but it's definitely a skill that is slowly developing over time. And that's one thing I'm also learning in this process, is that just take your time. Just be yourself, just do you, don't be fake. People can sense the plastic and the inauthenticity, and that's kind of the biggest thing that, not I've been struggling with, but that's kind of the biggest thing that I'm still really trying to work on. Moving forward, I'm really trying to provide not just content that, is useful for you watching, but is also true to myself. And that's one thing that I'm really praying for in these next 15 days is to not just be able to provide good content, but to also be more of myself, bring more of my personality to you, just so that I can truly unleash, you know, who I am with the world. I've been watching a lot of these videos, and it's great. Like, you know, for the most part, you can hear me, you can understand me, I'm clear. For the most part, the message, you know, is concise. However, there's still parts of me when I watch other videos, like, man, I want to do that, or man, that's what I could do that, but how come I'm not? And so I'm watching other videos, and I'm not trying to like compare, right? Because I'm me and you're you, and that's one thing that I really love about YouTube, is that there is room for all of our personalities, but there's more of me that I'm, you know, wanting to just unleash with the rest of the world, and I'm just trying to learn how to do that in a prepared, concise, authentic way. It's not going to be perfect, because nothing is perfect, but I do realize and see the value of truly being able to be yourself. So with that being said, I am still super excited. It is definitely a marathon and not a sprint. But for all of my fellow vloggers out there, or for those of you who are watching this video and might even consider, you know, sharing some of your story or some of your message or some of your gifts on camera, I highly recommend it. Oh yeah, and that was another thing that I've really appreciated about this journey so far, is that, you know, some of the videos I put out, I don't know who's watching, I don't know what people are thinking, but people are dropping comments, and it's really like heartwarming and touching to me, because I'm like, wow, you know, you really felt that way, or, you know, and of course my intention was for people to feel that way, but to actually see that in the comment section, and people, or even some people will text message me and say, hey man, that was a great video, you know, I subscribed, and I'm really listening to what you're saying. And so to be able to know that we have that kind of reach, once again, like in that first video, we have that kind of reach, really does mean a lot to me. Justin, that Christian vlogger, I learned from him that, you know, this is a digital missionary, right? It's all about digital outreach. So if we want to work with youth, young people, even adults and parents, and, you know, meet them where they're at, then, you know, a lot of the times they're on social media, they're on, you know, the computer, they're on the internet, they're on YouTube. So I think this is a great way to, you know, not just, you know, share your message, but to even increase that reach. And I'm learning that more and more as I go through this process. So with that being said, everyone, thank you again just for taking the time to really hear me out, to listen to my message, to spend time with me. I have 15 more days, so do me a favor, keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers, and just continue to follow the journey, as I will truly do my best to just really unleash and unravel the rye. That's what I call it, not the rock, the rye. Or the pebble. But with that being said, thank you again for your time. Remember, I think I got this right this time. Remember, join the tribe and click subscribe. I think my face should be right here right now on this section right here, or I'll point that way. Yeah, so it'll be right there. So go ahead and click subscribe, and just, or maybe check out the other videos that are right there. But thank you again, you guys. Have a great Saturday wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Spend time with your family, be with your loved ones, because time is something we cannot get back. Always remember, realize with your realize. Your boy's out. Peace.